In Sudan, the government says it has prevented an attempted coup. The authorities say those responsible are linked to ousted leader Omar al-Bashir. Tanks were spotted on the roads of the capital city and a number of suspected plotters were arrested. State-run media announced the coup had failed and that order has been restored. But some journalists have reported that parts of the city are not yet entirely under government control. Sudan has been ruled by a joint military and civilian council since al-Bashir was overthrown 2 years ago. For more on this story, I'm now joined by Kholood, Kair, a political analyst at Inside Strategy Partners, who's based in Khartoum but happens to be in London this week. Kholood, what more do you know about this attempted coup?
Well, Gerhard, we're still getting more information through as this is a developing, ongoing issue. What we do know so far are that the coup plotters are all highly ranked members of the Sudan Armed Forces. They are all ranked sort of major general, colonel or higher. At 7 a.m. this morning, there was an attempt to infiltrate the state-run broadcaster, asking them to play marching music, military anthems, usually synonymous with coups, bearing in mind this is Sudan's third post-dictatorship transition, and if history is to repeat itself, we are heading towards another military coup. Obviously, forces in Sudan, civilian forces in Sudan, the civilian government, civil society are very much against this, but history is very much on the military side. The coup plot was aimed at controlling the general command, radio, television, bridges, and then to arrest all members of the ruling Sovereign Council and the Council of Ministers, or the Cabinet. Of course, the coup has failed, as you mentioned, and so bridges are now opened and some streets are back to normal. We're awaiting a joint statement from the government and the Forces for Freedom and Change, which is the civilian umbrella. Notably, the military has yet to release a statement, and I think they're waiting to sort of see where the public opinion lies on this. Political parties have come out very much against this, and many are saying that this could be a test or a message or both from remnants of Bashir's supporters still within the military.
Kholood, let me interrupt you here. What has the political situation been like in Sudan in recent months? Has this been foreseeable somehow?
There are certainly many who have said we're on our way to another coup. Certainly history would agree with that statement. And it is very true that politically things have been very fraught. The transitional government was formed almost 2 years ago exactly, and this civilian-military alliance was always going to be uncomfortable after 30 years of military rule. But the transition itself suffers from a lack of consensus-driven politics, an agreement about how to implement key transitional documents like the constitutional document and the Juba Peace Agreement. There are obviously difficulties within the imbalance between the civilian and military wings of the government, and this has caused a lot of problems for the cabinet and for the Prime Minister, Abdullah Hamdok particularly, in being able to implement his transitional agenda. In the backdrop of all this, there are very acute domestic and international crises on the border with Ethiopia. Domestically, the economic situation is very dire. And this has led people to believe that a coup, or at least very serious political change, is imminent.
Kholood Kair, political analyst at Inside Strategy Partners. Thank you very much for your time, Kholood.
Thank you.